Guys, it actually happened. It finally happened. This was potentially the most wholesome moment in the entire series so far. Even though this is not my personal favorite route so far, that has to be deserved for Asumi, but still this is possibly the most wholesome moment in the entire series without a shred of doubt. There were so many great callbacks and there were so many great character interactions and character moments that this was just fascinating. And keep in mind the fact that I am actually a new fan of the series. I actually picked up the anime in the month of November and I was so happy by it that I immediately switched to the manga as well. And since then I've been actually planning to make a video on this series, but then I decided that okay, I need to make a video on this particular chapter in itself because it's so damn good. But don't worry, a detailed video about all the 5 routes will be coming up soon on the channel, maybe starting from next week itself. But for now, hello and welcome to Wonder YZ. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about We Never Learn chapter number 186. Now if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to the channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content. We are also trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2020, so a like and sub would be massively appreciated. With that being said, let's begin the video. Now right off the bat, let me just tell you all that I am in absolutely love with this particular chapter. The ending of previous chapter was amazing with the confession in the ride, and I knew that this chapter had to be one of the most wholesome moments in the entire series, and that is actually the case. We begin at their home and there are some very lovely interactions, lovely character interactions here as they both are moving into their new home. Again, I'm making this particular video on the basis of the fan translations, so I'm not 100% sure as to whose house this is. This might be Nariyuki or maybe Mafuyu's house. So I can't be 100% sure at this moment because the official translations are not out yet. But anyway, we see that they are moving into their new home and there's a very lovely scene here of Mafuyu just clinging on to Nariyuki. The very fact that Mafuyu herself is just clinging to Nariyuki, it just makes me so happy inside. This has to be the most vanilla and most fluffy chapter of the series so far. And she's like, I just can't believe it, this is the start of our new life. And this is such a lovely moment here. But then the realization dawns upon them that their clock at home has actually stopped working and they're actually late for their very own wedding. This was a hilarious moment and their reactions are the usual ones. And once again there is a very good callback to all of this where we see Mafuyu herself in the wedding dress and she's driving Nariyuki to the wedding ceremony as fast as possible because they are ultimately late. But this was once again a very nice callback and I'm really happy with all of this. And to all of this, Nariyuki's reaction is quite usual. He says that this is the reason why I told that we should have a different moving date. But then Mafuyu in a very lovely manner says that no, I wanted to start living with you from the very day of her wedding, no matter what. Such a wholesome moment. Like this entire chapter is nothing more than the moments of wholesomeness and it's just amazing. I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but you have to read this chapter on your own to understand the level of sweetness that it is giving off. Honestly, anyone will get diabetes after reading this particular chapter. It's just that good. But for now, they reach the wedding ceremony and all their friends and family members are here. It was a really nice and lovely callback to see all the prior characters and the interactions here are very nice. I'm not getting super in details into all of this because we know most of these facts and all the character traits and character quirks are on display here. We have the usual gags with Mizuki as well because her favorite Onisa is finally marrying off to a different girl and she will be all alone now. This was very hilarious and again the character interactions here are on point and just seeing the other sister. I think she was called Hazuki, the one who was actually the twin who went to the bathhouse. And just seeing her here reminds me of that particular chapter where she told Mafuyu to please marry her Onisa. That scene just kept coming back to me all the time in this particular chapter. But anyway, moving on, there are some more amazing character moments here on display, from the mention of Nariyuki's father to Mafuyu's parents finally coming to the wedding as well. This was very heartwarming because her parents finally appeared in this particular manga in their full-fledged form and they are actually asking for forgiveness to her because they have not been good parents to her. Again, I won't get into super details in this particular regard, but the character interactions here were very good, and Mafuyu's mother actually cries and they have a very emotional undertone here. The parents reconcile with Mafuyu and her father actually walks her down the aisle. This was a really lovely moment. This was a really lovely moment in my opinion. And not just that, there was also a blink and a miss moment here in this particular panel as well. Because in the attendance, we can actually see 3 important characters in the attendance as well. Who are the 3 important characters? Well, we all know who they are. Now, of course, their story is not exactly known in this particular chapter here, but we can easily see Uruka, Fumino and Ogata in the audience. And not only that, I initially thought that Asumi was not present here, but it seems like her hair is actually present in the audience. I'm not 100% sure here, but she might actually be present here as well, because the timeline has not moved far enough and she has not gone off to the island yet. But anyway, then we proceed with the marriage stuff, and this was just absolutely heartwarming. The only thing which I didn't like here was the fact that we actually do not get a close-up of the kiss, which is quite unfortunate because we had such a steamy moment in Ogata's chapter and Ogata's route, and here we missed this particular chance. I'm just really mad at the fact that we didn't get a close-up of this particular kiss. But then again, the next panel is again more wholesome as well, because they have finally married and they're looking on to their friends and family who are just crying tears of happiness, and the only person who was missing there, they both can actually see him in his presence, and that is Nariyuki's father. This was just such a heartwarming moment, and it just genuinely brought a tear to my eye as well. I know it's kind of melodramatic, but it was just such a good scene, and both of them are also drawn to a tear at the end. And that's how their marriage ceremony concluded. Next, we get some more wholesome moments here and there. It is shown that their car actually ran out of gas and they're actually walking down the streets to their home, and they both hold hands, and again just wholesome moment throughout. We once again have some very good callbacks here about the parallel lines which once Mafuyu said, and it's shown that just like parallel lines, they are actually walking down the road together and they will be walking down the road of life together. This was just a wonderful callback in my opinion, and that reminds Mafuyu of one more thing, and she says that question, by the way, how many did you want? And of course Nariyuki is very surprised by all of this. He's asking about what? So she goes on to say that the thing about making a family. And of course this was such a hilarious moment, and in the end she says that, didn't you say that you wanted to make me happy? But she goes on to then finally say that currently I'm the happiest person in the world, and that is the ending panel. The last panel of Mafuyu laughing is just sweetness to the extreme. This was just so damn good. And that brings us to the end of Route 5 out of 5 of the Ice Queen arc. Now currently next chapter is stated to be another colored chapter, but there is no indication that the next chapter will be the final chapter of the series so far. So I'm a little surprised and I'm a little anxious in this particular manner as to whether we will get more stuff in the future, and if we get more stuff in the future, then what exactly will it be? Will it be an epilogue for all the different characters? I can't say for sure right now, but it will be certainly interesting nonetheless. So what do you guys think about all of this? Please mention your thoughts in the comment section below. Now that we have completed all the 5 routes, what is your personal favorite? Please mention it in the comment section below. Don't worry, I'll make a separate video where I'll talk about all the 5 different routes, and that will be coming up very soon on the channel as well. But this is it for chapter 186. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more. This is WonderYZ, and I'll see you soon in the next video.